Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we'll be looking at the conditions for parallel and perpendicular line in terms of the slope of line, right? So let's consider the case 1 where we assume that the lines are parallel to each other, right? If that is the case, let's see this diagram over here. We have this coordinate plane with us, x and y. Here we have drawn two lines, one is L1, another is L2, right? Now we assume that the slope of this line L1 is m1 and its inclination is alpha, right? And for the line 2 we have the slope m2 with its inclination as beta, right? Now we assume that the two lines are parallel to each other. If they are parallel to each other, then these inclinations, these angles would be exactly equal to each other, correct? Because then they would be the corresponding angles. So we assume that alpha is equals to beta. So if alpha is equal to beta, then tan of the angle alpha would be equal to tan of the angle beta. There is no issue, right? And this would imply that tan alpha is what? It is the slope of the first line m1. And what is tan beta? It is the slope of the second line, which is m2, right? So m1 is equal to m2 in this particular case. Hence, two lines are parallel to each other if their slopes are equal, right? Two lines are parallel to each other if their slopes are equal, correct? And we also have this as the other way condition. That means if the slopes are equal to each other, then the lines are parallel to each other. We have not shown here how that is there, but the result says if you have the slope as equal to each other, then the two lines are parallel to each other, correct? For the second case, we assume that the lines are perpendicular to each other. So we can look at this coordinate diagram here. For this diagram, we have two lines, correct? One is L1, another is L2, and they are perpendicular to each other. They make angle 90 degree to each other. We assume for line 1, we have the inclination as alpha, and for line 2, we have the inclination as beta, right? Then you can see that by vertically opposite angle, this angle is also 90 degree. If this is 90, angle beta forms the exterior angle to angle alpha, and this 90 degree. So beta is equal to alpha plus 90 degree by the exterior angle property, correct? If that is so, then tan of angle beta would be equal to what? Tan of angle alpha plus 90. Now alpha plus 90 means we are in the second quadrant, and whenever you have 90 plus some angle, this would change to the opposite. So tan would change to cot, and moreover in the second quadrant we have it as negative. Tan is negative in the second quadrant, so you have minus, tan would change to cot, and you have alpha here, right? And what is the inverse of cot? Cot alpha could be written as 1 by tan alpha using the properties of trigonometry. So you have tan beta is equals to minus 1 upon tan alpha. Or what is tan beta? Tan beta is your m2, and what is tan alpha? Tan alpha is your m1. So from here you obtain m1 m2 is equals to minus 1. So this is the result. If you have perpendicular lines, then you have this result, and conversely we also have a converse result which says if you have this relation, then your lines are perpendicular to each other, correct? So let's move on to the question here. The question says line through these 2 points that is perpendicular to the line through these 2 points. We need to find the value of x, right? So let's start with the solution here. For line 1, we calculate the slope, right? The slope is obtained, let's call it m1. This is equal to, for these 2 points we wanted to calculate the slope. So it is y2 minus y1. So 8 minus 6 divided by x2 minus x1, correct? So this is the result. So you have 2 divided by 6, which is equal to 1 by 3, right? And for line 2, you have your slope as equal to m2, which is obtained by calculating through these 2 points, correct? So it is y2 minus y1, 24 minus 12 divided by x2 minus x1, x minus 8, because this x is not given to us. So it comes out to be 12 upon 8 minus 8. So this is 1, this is 2. Now you know as line 1 and line 2, they are perpendicular to each other, right? They are perpendicular. So this would mean that this implies you have m1 m2 is equal to -1 according to the above result. So what does it mean? It means that what is the value of m1, that is 1 by 3 into the value of m2, this is 12 upon x minus 8 is equals to -1, correct? So from here we can calculate again that the value of x can be calculated when we solve this. So from here you can see we can cancel this 12 with 3, so you have 4 here. So this would mean you have 4 is equals to minus x plus 8. You can solve this very easily, right? You can shift x to this side and 4 to that side, so you would have the value of x is equal to 4, correct? And this is what is required in our solution. So I hope you understood this question and this concept well. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching.